Hello, welcome back to one more episode of Ánima. Today, I have these two beautiful women. They are going to share their journey with us. Thank you for continue watching us. This is a space for all of us to understand ourselves, reflect, and empower ourselves. And we know it's not easy. Even today, for me, I was just telling my friends right now, like, I normally don't get this nervous. I'm nervous. But I think that's part of it, you know? When anytime you push yourself to do things that scares you, it doesn't feel right. But you have to do it anyway. That's how you become stronger. That's how you stop doubting yourself. And that's what this podcast is about. And with not more to say, I'm going to introduce you guys to Elisa and the beautiful Nakornsri. Did I say it correct? No, wait, no, I had to say it. I had to say it correct.
I love it.
Nakornsri.
Yes.
Nakornsri. Sorry. I was just telling her outside the cameras, I said, the worst thing someone can say the person's name wrong. And I did it. But anyway, hey, you know what? I promise you, Amiga, I will learn to pronounce your name correctly.
Thank you.
Nakornsri.
Yes. Thank you.
Yes. And Elisa, obviously. Elisa is very
Elisa.
easy.
Love it.
So, please, I don't know who wants to start, Elisa or Nakornsri.
Okay.
I think let's start with you, baby. And the microphone is all yours. Whatever you want to say or inspire, anything that right now is in your chest that you might want to share, so people can not only connect with you, but at the same time, they can see themselves through you. And remember that we're all here together doing the same thing.
I love it. First of all, I want to say thank you so much, Giselle. Beautiful soul. Oh my gosh. So fiery, so passionate. I am so honored to be here. Thank you so much.
Thank you for being here.
And also, I'm so honored that every time you have a beautiful event with women, you always think about me. So thank you so much.
Thank you, because I want you to know this is a good opportunity to tell, because I think sometimes we don't say these things, right? We see the beauty in other women's, but hardly we tell them. And it's not that we need to hear, but sometimes it's worth to tell someone how you feel, because you never know when it's the last time you're going to see that person.
That is so true.
Believe it or not.
Yep.
Our friend Mo.
Yep. That is so true.
So you came to my life and not only show me how a queen deserves to love herself. You even show me some of my shadows, which I didn't know at that time. But you've been, in my mind, a queen.
Thank you.
And, you know, and women, we should be able to realize which are those women vitamins that they always see the best out of you. And you always saw that on me.
Yes.
And I thank you for.
Yes. Love you. Love you.
You remember the first time we met?
Yes, I do. Oh my gosh. I wonder if we have the same story, but I really do.
I actually hear yours. I actually want to hear yours.
I would say that we were at a women's circle and we were doing like the healing, and I was in charge of doing the guided meditation and things like that. And then you came in a little late and then so you were like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry I'm late. And then I was like, it's okay. You're here in divine timing.
Oh my God. You have no idea how that helped me, because at that time in my life, I know you guys, it was in Spanish, the episode, but I remember mentioning it. I wanted to do everything for everyone. And I feel like I always was late because I didn't know how to say no.
Yeah.
I keep on saying yes to everyone. And that's when I realized. But anyway.
And then it was kind of like giving you like a permission to just be like,
yes,
gosh, I have all this thing going on, but I'm here and all of that stuff. But I feel like that moment, you were just like, oh my gosh, like, it hit
me.
You like so hard.
You make me feel welcome, and it was okay to be late. And that inspired me so much, even to the point you don't even know, but that's why I'm doing what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Because I believe that we are more powerful than we think we are.
Yes.
You know, and that's what we want to show women. Remember who you are. Like we're here to help each other. I know we have to experience the other emotions, but it's part of it, right?
I love that music that you gave us too. Remember Who You Are, that song.
Oh, and there's a book called Remember Who You Are too.
It's so fun. I love it. And I love your journey. Oh my gosh. Like from the moment I met you, you're just so open with this whole journey. You are so authentic. You're so genuine. And you are so like, there's this fight in me to be this, to really, really, I feel like it's about you kind of like loving your dark and light and kind of like putting that together in one, and it's okay to just be both. And I love that about you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, baby.
So, oh my gosh, congratulations for this beautiful podcast. And I know it's going to be successful.
Thank you, baby. Yeah. And thank you for being here. And now I want to go back to you. I know we all want to hear great things about us, but this is really you guys' moment. Mm-hmm. And once in a while, I'm going to get myself in, okay? I'm going to be, yeah, me too. Yeah.
I love
But tell us, this is your microphone, and I want not only my followers, maybe your followers, and every woman out there to hear why I look up to you and why I believe that you're a queen. When a woman wears a queen, she knows. And that doesn't take us to be perfect. Mm-hmm. It just takes us to love ourselves.
Yes. Yes.
Please, the microphone is yours. Share with us anything you want, as deep as you want to go, or whatever you want. This is yours.
Thank you so much for this opportunity. I would say that it has been a very long journey. And I would say that when we met, I was in a deep journey of spiritual healing and tapping into my feminine divine energy and just being in the flow of things and just loving my mom and my daughter, and more of like getting connected to those spaces. I do love them, but there's a part of me that's like, okay, well, I had to heal from that mother wounds, things like that. So I was deep into that. And then I would say that connected me to nature, that connected me to the water, to the full moon, to the sun and everything like that. I spent a lot of time alone, just kind of connecting back to my divine self and things like that, right? I was totally deep in there. And that was during the pandemic. And then so I took that to boating. And I was just like, well, I want to be able to really be in nature. Like, I don't want to just kind of like witness nature. I want to be in there, And so I was like, well, I want to be able to be a captain. I want to be able to drive my own boats. I want to be able to tap into the boating lifestyle, because I was just walking near the water. And I actually, at that time, I was like, I wanted to live on the boat and leave society alone. But
I like that.
Yeah, I was like, I want to just disconnect to everybody. But I would say when I was in my super divine feminine energy, I attracted a lot of blessings to my life. And I would say that at that time, I had this business that I was able to express what I was feeling to the world, which is like tapping into like adrenaline, driving fast cars, and being like more into my masculine, but also soft, where I was like learning how to drive a boat and things like that. And then so it got to a point where I was like, okay, I'm okay with my masculine side. I'm okay with my execution. I'm okay with my strategy. I'm okay with like building that side of me. And so then it got to a point where I built this other this business called Boat Share. And Boat Share is a peer-to-peer boat rental company where I have other people's boats listed on my platform, and then I help market and book that out, right? But my angle is more so of the wellness. I wanted to help people get on the boat so they can connect.
Clear their mind.
Exactly. And so it's a very unique position because when you think about boating, you think about like luxury lifestyle, and it's so unattainable, and it's really hard to even get on a boat, let alone like have your own space on a boat to curate whatever you want to experience. So I was really in that journey as well. That was like my last chapter. And then I have so many different chapters, but like I would say like this chapter, I am very grounded. I would say that I had a lot of pivots in my life. I was affected by the whole administration, things like that. And so I was like, okay, wow, things have changed.
I know a lot. Do you remember of a moment that experienced in my, I think we all kind of go through like a hardship or just a difficult experience that while you were living it, it feels so hard. But when you look back today, you're like, oh my God, I would not, I will go back and do exactly the same thing because it makes you the woman you are today.
That is so true. I actually just came to that realization not long ago because it was like I had to experience such depth of, whatever chaotic trauma that I've experienced in order to have this big purpose for me to arrive here. And I'm in a quiet moment in my life. I love it because even though it's not so flashy and superficial and materialized, that was my last chapter. This chapter was like, oh, wow, I manifested my mom and my daughter here in one city. I'm in a very grounded, like lifestyle. Like I have...
You're healing the family, because when we heal ourselves, I don't know if you believe the same thing I do, and you're okay if you don't believe the same thing. But we do heal. When we heal our parents too.
Yes.
Parents wound, and hopefully prevent from our kids to go through the same.
Yes, I believe in that.
So any pain that you think that, and you don't have to go to details, but you can maybe say, hey, I fall down the stairs and this was the, the meaning of that. And I'm so proud of it.
I would say that when I was healing my mother wounds, it was during the pandemic. My mom came to visit me from Arizona, and all she knows is just kind of like stability in her workspace. And all of a sudden that was taken away from her. So now she's this little girl who's like, I don't know what to do with my life. I don't have control over my life right now. I'm like, I'm going kind of crazy. And then so at that time I was doing a lot of healing with my father wounds. And I realized that our wounds is passed down. And so I didn't find protection at that point and stability, someone that I can just kind of like fall and just take off my shield, had to be strong, But when my mom was visiting me and I was healing that part of me, I was able to give her that space to be like present and be feminine. I put my hands on her heart and she was like up against me and she was just like crying, and I was just present, and I gave her that sacred space to just...
That's so beautiful.
Be.
That's so beautiful.
Judgment, without trying to solve anything. I held space for her.
That's amazing. It's almost like you became, and it's not like we want to be our parents, but I feel like every adult is a child inside.
Yeah.
We have a child inside, and sometimes we don't know that it's all it's asking is to be seen, to be accepted, to be just like,
Yes.
I swear, like sometimes I was telling you guys earlier, when I sit down and I talk to my inner child or my inner self, I had so much fun. And I said, I can't believe it. I like almost like every feeling that somebody told you, don't be that. And kind of like rejected a part of you. And without a part of us, we cannot be complete.
Yeah.
Or grounded, like you said.
I would say what I've learned recently too was that highlight that I wanted, that big kind of like, oh my gosh, here I am, I succeeded at the top of the mountain. Part of me was also a part of me that wanted to prove that little girl
was worth it,
that I can do it, you know? And once I was able to heal that little girl inside of me, I was like, I'm just here.
Yeah. And it's
okay. I don't have to have
you're
this
perfect
success,
the way you are.
motivation, or anything. Like,
yes. Like, can we cheer to that? Because I think that's a beautiful message. And I think hopefully women out there, they can remember that, you know, it's not, yes, we all want to be famous and rich, but let's be honest, we're already famous and rich. We just don't know.
yes.
We don't remember. I swear. You just have to make your move inside.
Yes.
In the heart. It's in the heart.
Yeah.
Yep.
So to give my beauty here a little bit of break, Elisa, you want to jump in?
You know,
any questions for
Nakornsri?
Nakornsri.
or for me, or
you know what?
or anything
it's
you want to
really
share.
lovely meeting you. Like I said, you look amazing. I love your dress, your
Thank
hair,
you.
how you came in so elegantly.
Thank
And Giselle, I just really miss you. It's been so long. When she reached out to me, I was like, you know, I haven't seen this girl in so long. And I was like, where has she been? And I was like, all right, let's do this podcast. Because I've been a little bit hiding. You know,
good. I think
I've been hiding. I've been cutting back. I've been going to like certain events that like is like a really good friend of mine, or because I work a lot and don't sleep a lot. Just been focusing on, you know, stability, balance.
Anything you have experienced, maybe it doesn't have to be in the last few years, but maybe years ago that you experiencing now, you say, oh my God, that was the best thing that happened to me, because now I'm this strong woman because of it. Or just any experience.
I mean, I think that when you go through hardships in your life, it makes you stronger. And, you know, I was born in Vietnam as a refugee, came when I was, 10 months old. My real parents passed away when I was young. So then I got adopted, got raised by some family members, and then went on my own. So 17. So you're just going to go through a lot of hardships, a lot of challenges, and you're growing on your own. So that's the trauma that you deal with and the healing. And you also want to be, amazing parents. So I do have 2 kids. One is 20, in pre-med school. She met her son before. They at a basketball and VA game. And my daughter is going to college.
You have 2 beautiful kids.
Senior.
You too.
And they mean the world to me. They're the future. That's what I look at. But they kind of understand that I like to have my own peace, my own time. So they're pretty busy. And I'm not one of those nagging mothers that are like on them all the time, 24 hours a day.
I know it's kind of hard, especially I think we have in common is our kids are about the same age, right? And I don't know if you guys can agree or disagree, which is great.
Yeah.
But it's like I feel like I'm learning from my kids more than I don't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I feel like I traumatized some of them so much. I'm like, I'm sorry, I didn't know, But then the more and I want you guys to know something, and maybe you don't believe me this, and you guys too at home, your kids choose you as a parent. And I know it's hard to understand sometimes, but we pick our parents because they were the right formula for us to remember.
Yeah.
To be here and to go back home. And sometimes that pain that we don't understand is the only fuel that we can use to open the heart so we can really go back home.
Yes.
So sometimes we don't say thank you to the trauma, and I know, but we should. And
tough love, they call it.
Exactly. Exactly. Because let's be honest, like I said in my mind, oh, I'm not going to do what my mom did to me. And, like all this. I ended up doing worse. I did the things for them. Now they don't even want to wash the dishes.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I always did it. So you can never really compete with anyone else. Everybody's perfect the way they are.
Yeah.
So you ladies are amazing mom and amazing women.
Thank you.
And I just want you guys to remember that when I told you that, I told myself that.
I love that.
Any other journey that you guys would like to tap in? Or
I would
anything
say
that you wanna
something that
advise the women that are hearing you right now, and that or even your future self or your youngest self. What would you tell them? Like something that you want to hear.
I would say that well, I'm being introspective right now, reflecting, and then I'll say the message.
Yeah, I like that.
But basically, I think there's a lot of things that's not what I've experienced for myself is that sometimes people are addicted to their healing process.
That's true.
And once you're done healing, I mean, let's turn the page. Let's be present. Let's be on earth. Because when I was in my deep healing, I was kind of away and in this cosmic, space that it was really hard for me to come back, like, to be honest. And I had to make a conscious decision and really work on being present. And I'm still working on that because I'm actually so surprised that people are still out.
I know.
Like, what? Like, during the pandemic, I was, outdoors, inside, solitude, whatever. But people are still, going out, restaurants and, hanging out, parties, things like that. Mm-hmm. And I'm just like, I'm still in this other space of trying to get back on earth because I want to be able to be in alignment with, my dream life, what I came to do, but also what I love to do. I feel like that's your sweet spot when it's like there's a space for you to something that you love to do, something that you're good at, and then something that you get paid to do. So I'm like tapping into my sweet spot, and I just feel like, yeah, I mean, sometimes when the healing is done, like, change the chapter. Yeah. And I mean, we're gonna always be healing.
Yes.
I mean, different areas of our life.
And you're right, because I think it goes through periods, like seasons.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Right?
Yes.
It's almost like in reflection, like it's almost like a rebirth every so often.
Yes.
Because it's like a spiral.
Yeah.
Keeps going and we keep going back to the
growing
same.
And you keep learning.
Exactly. And I don't know if you guys notice sometimes when we are busy, have you noticed when you're being tested, like when you had the same issue, even though it's with different people, but
it's like a circle.
Yeah.
It's like, what am I attracting? Like, why is it the same?
Yeah. What do you think about that?
Meaning, I feel like because we probably didn't kind of really heal yet.
Or learn the lesson, right?
Yeah, learn the lesson, and it always kind of show up, right? And so I would say that my life right now is more, I'm living in the light. Mm-hmm. So I have the community, I have, I have my mom, my daughter, I have like relationship, I have like so many things that's like, I worked hard to be in the light, because a lot of times when you're operating through your shadow, you attract people that's kind of like in their shadow space too. And it's kind of, you guys are kind of building that trauma bond together. Yes. And it's intensity. It's really like, oh my gosh, you see my soul and things like that. But sometimes it's not, everybody has their different reality.
Yes.
That could be a reality, but then this could be a reality, but it's what you choose to do.
And where you are at, I think, because we're all in different parts, right?
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure you see yourself and you're like, oh my God, like the stuff that I used to like before, you probably don't like it now.
Our interests are minimized now.
Like, it doesn't happen to you, or maybe I'm going crazy.
No, it's true.
No, it's just our interest is just different now.
Right?
And we grow.
I know. I mean, I refuse to call myself old, but I hope we're wiser, because it's almost like the same crowd don't feel me on it.
I'm all about peace.
Yes.
Love.
Speaking of
enjoyment.
Peace. Speaking of peace.
Peace is everything.
I went to the peace walk with the monks.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God. Did you guys go?
No.
It was
I wanted to. I did, but I was like, oh, my gosh, I'm so
Yeah. I was like, I couldn't miss it because it was once in a lifetime experience, but also I followed all of their social media. It was always popping up, and I was like, you know what? At first I'm like, is this I have to really kind of be alignment with it. And they're really just promoting peace within themselves. So I was like, okay, great. Like, I need to experience this. It's coming to DC, Virginia, whatever. So when I went there, I immediately cried. When I saw them, I immediately was like, ugly cry. I have it on my vlog and everything.
That's amazing. Okay.
But I was like, literally,
People have shared their stories. They said it's the most amazing thing to see them.
Because
and I was like, I missed out.
They're present. It's their presence.
Yes. Yep.
It's
the energy.
That's what they tell you. Once you go to that enlightenment, it's not like you said, it's not like, because that's true too, like the bypass awakening, like wanting to work on yourself forever. No, working yourself is do the work, and instead of saying it, actually doing it, right? And then just, it's okay. Then you come back to the world and service the world.
Yeah.
I think that's what everybody, and I personally, I don't know what do you guys think? I think that's what, to me, it means return back home.
Yes.
Because then you come back home, meaning you come back to the life, but you come back with a different view, with a different perspective. Now you're going to serve people, not transactional.
Yeah. Exactly.
Life.
Exactly. And I feel like that's exactly what they did. They were like, we're not here to bring you peace. You guys have peace within yourself. And I love their message, even though it wasn't so like elegant, spoken like so high level language. It was just like, just from the level of presence, right? And then so I cried. And then also I cried because it was like millions of people showed up for peace, in the name of peace. So then it was like, it doesn't matter whether you're a Christian, a Catholic, a Buddhist, a spiritualist. It didn't matter whether you're a Republican, a Democrat, Black, white, Asian. It was like, we're here because we are one kind. We are a humankind. Yeah. And that was so powerful. And they displayed that with we went to a Catholic church, like a really nice, Catholic, beautiful, beautiful church. And the Catholic priest was there, and they were side by side, and we're just here to support because we're here for peace. And then, but I would say that it was very powerful because that was something that we truly desire, is oneness, union, harmony, right? And to see that for a moment was so high and so beautiful, but it was also so sad because once they left, it was like, reality is we came back to division. We came back to, everybody's doing their own thing, and there's so many other separations going on in the world. And I was grieving for a little bit. I was grieving for let's say a week. I was grieving for a week because I was like, oh wow, somebody who understands my soul was here to just spread the love and peace and unity to the world. And then for a moment, you saw what you were manifesting in reality of all humanity in one space of love and peace. And then all of a sudden it's gone. So you're like kind of grieving because it's like, oh dang, we're back here, and especially DC has this heavy energy, but it was beautiful. It was a very beautiful experience.
That's amazing.
Oh, wait,
hold
on.
To see it?
I would say this.
Bingo.
I would say this because I follow their Facebook.
Uh-huh.
So when the main monk arrived at the temple, like his hometown, it literally felt like a movie when I was watching it. It was like flowers thrown at him and everything. And he was walking slowly. Like, I achieved my mission, And then he went right to his teacher and fell on his feet and hugged him and said, kind of like, thank you, or like, I hope that you were proud of me or something. But it showed humility. Because imagine you're like traveling so far and so long. The world praises you. And you come home to humility and say thank you to your teacher.
Yes.
Like,
and actually that's really what it means, because our ego makes us believe that we're better than someone. But we're not better than anyone, but we're not also below anyone.
We're equal.
We're
Yes.
equal. We're, when I realized that, when I have, because it's like you said, like you get like those light bulb moments, right? You say like, almost, I always call it cellular data. Like my cells
Ego.
finally,
Ego.
my cells finally got the truth, right? Because my ego, I believe the ego keeps trying to lie to yourself. But the moment you realize that it's here, the piece that we're all looking outside, it's right in here. It's right in here. There is no, wait, but I think I went outside. I was trying to get to someplace. Anyhow, I think I cross-minded for a minute.
No, it's true. I love where you're at because honestly, you were in a space of kind of, I would say kind of like thinking your process because you were traveling so much.
Yes.
Like, and I was like, okay, she's in her journey.
I like that. You know what I learned from traveling? And I don't know if you like that. I think you do that too.
Reprogramming, that's what I was going to say.
Yes. Oh, yes. That's actually a beautiful word. Because that's where we are all programmed. Travel in the beginning for me was escaping from my own reality.
Yeah.
But eventually it became going back to me, reality. I don't know if it makes sense.
Yeah.
In the beginning, I was running from what I created unconsciously with program that somebody gave me. And eventually when I kept on doing it and trying to think and realize, then I realized every time you go to other places, you meet people, you learn things, and then you realize that the world is really not the way you think.
Yes.
And I love that.
That's true.
What do you think your experience on traveling for you ladies has been? What do you have?
So I went to Bulgaria in December.
Oh,
yes. I have a thing for Eastern Europe.
Anything you learn? Anything you wrote from?
I went to the monastery where one of the saints,
nice,
Saint Yvonne, and I thought that was my spiritual experience there. Just to know about, heaven and hell, and there were actually 20 steps with this saint to heaven, and
really?
And
Tell
it
us
talks
the
about
story.
well, it's a lot of, but I really would have to study a little bit better, more about it. But that's the basic.
You got, whatever
I mean, the art, the history, like everything they've done in that monastery. It's actually, I actually saw the bones of Saint Yvonne's, and people go there and meditate and pray on it. And people would go and meditate there and have miracles happen to them. So I was like, yeah, all the miracles, let's happen. Let's do it, So I was touching the bones, and I thought that was really in the water. I was drinking the water from the well, and it was just really beautiful, very historic. The world is very old.
We were talking earlier at the kitchen. Do you notice how the difference, how when you go to Europe or anywhere outside,
so much history.
And
here we only have 250 years of history, but the other world has like thousands of years of history.
Exactly.
And we really should know more about it. I'm learning more about all the different religions. It's just like you hear like different stories from everyone.
And when you go to Europe, you don't need to pay tips, and people are happy,
right?
With,
and they get a salary there.
Yeah, and I think they get well paid. Like a lot of things that we don't know, that we think everywhere works the same.
Yes,
that's
I don't know. True.
What do you?
So true. I would say, even when I went to, this was like maybe 10 years ago when I went back to Thailand for the first time, a little bit longer than that probably. But even kind of seeing like just the Thai culture. I'm Thai. And I was kind of like in this whole soul searching journey of like kind of figuring out who I am truly in my deepest self and things like that. And I was like, oh, wow. Okay, so we're born in America, or we're in America. So it's like a specific religion kind of forced down on us versus like if we were raised, what if I was raised in Thailand? Would I be a Buddhist? Like, so it's kind of like in that space, I was like, were we ever given a choice to believe what we wanted to believe in? So I kind of questioned deeper thoughts of that. But I would say for traveling, this was like a couple years ago, but I went to St. Vincent and they had a huge volcano with many steps. I
Where is
forgot how.
it?
St. Vincent. It's like an island close to like Barbados, things like that. It's a very small, beautiful island. I went there during my healing. Every time I travel is usually for healing, but now I want to travel for leisure. Yeah. Okay, I'm manifesting that. But I would say when I went there, I was like, whatever that I'm supposed to learn, I'm open to learning, you know? And then so I remember we all went to, it was like probably 7 or 8 people with us, and I didn't know a lot of them, but it was like friends that brought friends, and some people didn't come and everything. But we were hiking this tall stairs, and I learned so much from that hike, because it was like, okay, there was people there that was kind of, I was learning about the process of life through that. So basically it was like, okay, so there was people there that was like, oh, don't do it because it's so tall, it's so high, it's unachievable. Yeah, and I never did it. I'm a local or whatever. There's people there to just do it for Instagram, to take photos, and they're wearing the wrong clothes. There's people who are just trying to detour you and distract you away from, you know, reaching this like mountaintop. And then so I was like, okay, well, I have my own personal mission, and I'm going to reach this volcano, like no matter what. And then so, because there were like people that I knew that was like, don't do it. I'm tired, and you're with me. Let's not go. And I'm like, no, it's my own personal mission. Right. And then so I went every step of the way. And then so there was like butterflies. There were like things that were like kind of giving me that encouragement to keep going.
Oh, I love it.
And then so as like I'm going up, there was people coming down that were messengers, and were telling me, oh, hey guys, you want to make sure you go there at this time, or you want to, there was like a messenger telling me, you know, what to do. I was like, oh wow, thank you. And then so then it was like, so when I reached the mountaintop, the volcano, it was a bunch of us women there, and it was like from all walks of life. I didn't know what religion they were. I don't know what background they're at. I don't know, you know, what they did for work. All I knew is we had a mission, our own personal mission, to get to that mountaintop. And it was like an experience that gave me a super aha moment, because it was like, because I was like a devout Christian. I was very much of a religious person, and I was like, if you don't do this, you're going to hell, like that person.
Bible belt.
Yeah, exactly. And I was very much that person. And so when I went up
a lot
there,
of people are actually.
Exactly.
But I feel like they are, because they've dealt with so much trauma and pain in their life. The people who are really religious, and they want to judge everybody. And I always tell them, the only person that can judge you is God.
Yeah.
And it makes them feel better. And they also are fighting demons every day too, I think too.
I would say I don't want that heat. Yeah. But yeah, I would say, so when I went to the mountaintop, I was like, oh wow, it was such a unique experience, because it was like we built a relationship because we had one mission, just to get there to experience it for whatever reason. Maybe someone was going through a heartbreak. Maybe someone wanted to connect with God. Maybe someone wanted to, you know, have this fitness goal or whatever. But to me, I was like, it made me less judging, because it was like, no matter what, you know, she's doing it for, just honor that.
And I love that you did it, even if you have other people to tell you not to. You know why?
Yes.
Because that's what happens to us every day, you know? We listen to other people's opinion, and their fears becomes ours. And let me tell you, when you start doing what you want, that's it. That's it.
how I am too.
That's it. Yes. And I really I want to chin for this, because I think this is important.
They always
it's something
say,
that most people do,
be true.
especially women, I think, right?
Be you and be true. That's it.
Definitely, because I mean, look at that. You did that, and like you said, all these women from all over. But I think it was a divine moment.
Yeah.
It was a perfect moment for you guys to be there at that specific moment.
Yes.
And that's the beauty of life. That sometimes we got to let go of the control of the outside noise and listen to our hearts. And that's what happens. The universe will guide you.
Yeah.
Butterflies will appear. You know, like I know, like
The
little
signs.
birds. Like,
I
where
always
is this
see
bird coming
miracles.
from, right?
Exactly.
Miracles and signs everywhere. I see them all the time. I love it. I'm like, that's interesting.
Yes.
I was just thinking that.
Because the
I see
universe
that.
loves us.
But a lot of people don't see that.
Yeah. You got to
That's
be
the
tapped
point.
in.
And I
That's
look
the
at them
point.
like, I
because
see
we're
miracles
trained
all
to
the
see the
time.
opposite.
Yeah.
And which I think in the end of the
like
day,
everything
we
happens for
have
a
to
reason.
kind of, yes, we can't do, I feel like we had to experience, the youth,
Yeah.
the dark, if you would.
Yeah.
But the like hardships, like complete opposite of what love is.
Yeah.
I think it's for us to know now what love is.
Yeah.
Right? Because we
It's
cannot know one
yourself.
without the other.
And when I was coming here, it was 444.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I said that on my
Angel
blog.
numbers. That's amazing.
Yeah, the universe, that's meant to be. Oh my
love
God.
I mean, it was like, I'm gonna make it on time. I'm gonna make it on time. I'm gonna get ready as fast as I can. Half in my job, half here in the car.
Oh my
I'm
God.
going to make it. So I was just about to text. I was like, hey, I'm here.
Oh my God. Thank you, ladies.
I made it.
Before we go, I want you guys to take your camera and give them long, short, however you guys want, message to all these women that are actually waiting, because you know they are. This is why we're here.
Okay, so I want to say, hey, ladies, you're beautiful. I want to say that everybody has a unique journey in their life, and everybody has their own path. And don't compare your path to another person, and continue to stay on your sacred path of divine purpose and love. And I would like to say that we only have one life, and make it count. Make it count. And you can, I would say, wait, hold on. I would say, don't let go of that passion, that fire in your heart, because it's there for a reason, and your soul knows what makes you come to life. And even though you have certain pivots in your life, definitely don't let go of that fire that is within you, of your dream life, of love and freedom, and you can achieve that.
Wow, thank you. That's beautiful.
I say amen.
Thank you,
to that.
Nakorns. I was going to also say, if you want, you are welcome to invite, because we're here to support each other, right? Women. And she has her own business, especially a small business. If you have a small business and you want to share too, you're welcome to do that. You can invite the audience to
What I'm working with?
Yes,
I would
please.
say that I am doing a women's boating discovery workshop where I want to help empower women to drive boats.
I want to.
Yes.
I'm ready. I'm to the Lisa right here.
We're coming.
Because it's a part of your freedom. I want to help women connect deeply with nature and water through boating. And then also, a lot of times when you're invited to boats, you have to go with their curated experience. And this time, when you drive your own boat, you can have your own solitude in the water. And I want to help women do that. So I am actually just got my captain's license.
Congratulations.
Thank you. It was not easy, but I would say in the long run, I would love to have more captains that are women. But I am going to be partnering with a instructor who is a seasoned boat captain. And we're going to really help women navigate the water safely, and yeah, make your dreams come true.
True. Thank you, baby. Elisa?
I just want to say, I told a couple of coworkers and friends that I was like, yeah, I'm going to go on a podcast. I've been hiding out a little bit. I need to kind of get back out there. And they're like, what is it about? It's like, I'm not really sure. I was like, well, I guess it's women empowerment.
Yeah.
Self-love, kindness, and then she leaves me a message that's like, a lot of people know you, but we really want to know who you really are.
Yes.
And this is your opportunity.
Yes, please, Elisa, because we know a lot of people.
Yeah.
And I know people talk, and I know, I'm sure, and it's not that we want to shush anyone, but sometimes it will be easy to give ourselves permission to be who we are today, right?
Yeah.
So that way, maybe people hear it from us, not from a third person.
Yes.
And they can make up their own perception from you.
Yeah, I mean, what I think is really important is to really love yourself, have self-confidence, believe in yourself, and never give up, whatever you need in your life. Don't use your age as an excuse or, your past traumas as excuses not to make it in life. And you keep going, you keep learning, you keep taking classes, you keep moving forward. If you don't move, you just rot. So you keep, stay healthy, eat healthy, exercise, and love everyone. Be kind to everybody.
Yes.
Smile.
What can you tell a girl right now that maybe is going through a hardship or a moment that?
Yeah, I think women they give up.
Know.
They give up. I don't know, but I have a few friends that have given up on life, and they were very close to me, and I realized, like, look, I have to help myself. If I can do it, then they have to do it too, and it really has affected me to deal with some friendships that have gone a different direction, and I think about them a lot, but it's just. I got to help myself. I got to help my children first.
And you're doing the right thing. And I think, I don't know if it was today or yesterday, I shared a quote that actually says that, kindness without boundaries is a path to self-betrayal.
Yes.
I think so.
I have to, sometimes you got to have boundaries. You got to protect yourself.
And I think when we do the work, it forces them also to say, if Elisa did it,
when they reach out, I'm like, look, I'm working my butt off. I'm so sorry. I'm just so busy right now. I can't do it right now. I'm so sorry because it's just, I just can't, but I've been dealing with it for a couple of years now with certain people. And I feel bad. And I was like, look, I got to focus on my kids and myself. And everyone should do that too.
Have you noticed a difference?
Yeah, it gives me more peace, less, you have to keep moving. That's all I have to say in life.
Yeah.
Thank you, ladies.
Yes.
Thank you. And
thank you for having us. Thank you for inviting me. Because I love to see you again and love to meet this lovely, amazing woman. And now she's motivating me to get my captain's license. Yes.
No, and if you guys also want to maybe interested in getting their license, reach out to her.
Yes.
She might help you, not might. I'm sure you help.
Yes, I will.
We're here to help. We wanna preach what we do. And I know we're not perfect, hey.
Yeah.
But the idea is that no matter what, we're here to encourage each other, to help each other. We are in the same journey. Some people might be in different steps, which is okay.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, we're here for each other. Yeah. Thank you, ladies, for being here. Thank you so much for sharing your presence. Thank you so much for sharing your story or journey. And I really appreciate it. And I hope you guys appreciate it at home too.
I can't wait to go to your event.
Oh, yes. Don't forget.
Yes, I did see that.
Hopefully, I don't know when this episode is going to come out.
Okay.
Because we have several ones. But if it does come up before the 20th of March, actually it should be. Please come to this beautiful event. It's really done with a beautiful intention. We're all going to be there.
Yes.
You will be guiding a meditation.
Oh,
She just find out. I just let her know.
I'm always down.
So, but it's going to be amazing. It's going to be in a space where you're not going to feel judged. You're not going to feel repressed. It's going to be all about each one of you guys.
It's time. Yeah.
It is time. It is time to show that we all can love each other, that we all can love our friends. And you know what? It is even in the Bible.
Yeah.
You will love
your neighbors
as you are.
Yeah.
It is in Spanish, it's a little bit different, which I think I have my little learn. I need to learn my saying, in English. But thank you, ladies.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And
for having
we'll
me.
see you guys soon.
Okay.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye.